Good morning student. In our previous period we started new unit 3 from our textbook Honeydew. Yes. So in that period we just started and we read it just 1-2 lines. So in this period again I am going to start from the starting only. So now you people be ready with your book, that English textbook. In that open this unit 3, glimpses of the past. Yes. And open that page. Now pay attention here. Firstly we are going to do the explanation portion of this unit. So
unit 3, that having glimpses of the past. So in this we are going to read it about that persons who sacrifice their life, yes, for the freedom of our India. Yes, we can say the freedom fighters. So that glimpses of the past, and whatever we are going to read in this chapter, or we can say in this story, already you people are reading that in your history, yes, in your social science. So you are familiar with this. Okay. So now just pay attention here. Before you read, here are some pictorial glimpses of the history of our country from 1757 to 1857. So now if you see that the whole chapter having a pictures and having that bubbles, we can say, and in that text is written. Okay, so the whole picture is in that way only, and in this picture we are going to read it about some facts which included from 1757 to 1857 up to this year. Yes, these pictures and speech bubbles that are having a one bubbles type design, and in that text is written. So speech bubbles will help clarify your understanding of the conditions that led to the event known as the First War of Independence in 1857, that what will going to be happen. So because of that First War of Independence in 1857, that thing is come, or that thing is be there. So for that particular that situation, there are some situations or the reasons. Okay. So the martyrs at a function in Delhi. So this is the picture about a function in Delhi, and in this picture that one singer, or we can say the one female person, that speech is, "Oh my countrymen, let your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifices of India's martyrs." Means those who freedom fighters of India who sacrifices their lives for the independence of the India, for this situation. Okay. So you that fill your eyes with the tear by remembering that sacrifices. So heart touching line that is. Okay. Then after, the company's conquest. So conquest, that is now the area which is controlled by the military forces. So the company's conquest 1757-1849. With the superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending, that is enlarging its power in 18th century India. Yes. So what, as we know very well, that when the Britishers entered in India, they entered with this thinking only, that they are going to be start here any business. Yes. So when the British East India Company was extending its power in 18th century. So in the 18th century they are extending, they are enlarging their power. See the map of India, 1765, Indian princes, British and territory. See this area, this is the territory, British territory and Indian princes, this much. Okay, in 1765 the situation is this. Yes, then Indian princes were short sighted. Short sighted means they are not thinking about the future. Yes, that upstart Raja Ba called the English merchants, they will help me to defeat him. And upstart Raja means just now getting any ranking in the position, and means very arrogantly behaved, that call the English merchants, means call the Britishers, English pans, they will help me to defeat him. The people had no peace due to such constant fight, and means there are constant, continuing fight after fight, fight after fight, so there is no peace between the peoples. The rivalries helped the East India Company, and it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. Rivalries means your competitor. So there are some competitor also, okay, who defeat. Means, for example, if one king is there and another want to defeat that particular king, so this is the rivalry or the competitor of that particular king. So that also help easily subdue Indian princes one by one. A far-seeing ruler like the brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. And far-seeing Tipu, it's a ruler and it's a brave ruler, means far-seeing means who can see the future and who can aware about the situation. So the Tipu of Mysore fought the British till died fighting. Yes, then after, thank God there is peace in the country now, no more wars and no looting by thugs. So see in this picture, this person is saying like that thank God there is a peace in the country now, no more wars and no looting by thug. So for this situation he thanking to the God. It is God who sent the British. Now the one person is saying that it is the God, because means it is the God who sent the British. So because of the British that English pans come in India, and that's why the peace in India. They thinking that, okay, our destiny is linked with them, and our now destiny is linked with them only. How did Indian react to this conquest? So in this way they are reacting. The white man has killed or dethroned our king. Now the others, how they thinking that the white man has killed or dethroned our kings, means white man's killing our white man is, that is the Britishers, okay, they are killing our kings and throned our kings. Some kings were not good, but after all they were of this land. Then other is saying that in that all the kings, some kings are not good, but after all means they are at the same land only, they are the Indian. Now we have become slaves of foreigners. Slaves, that means we can say the servant which is owned by any owner. So now the Britishers own the owning us, okay. So now we have become slaves of foreigners. Then British rule. Now 1765-1836, this is the time period. Religious leaders preached ideas like untouchability and child marriage. Now religious leader preached, that is means those religious leaders who talking about religious and telling to other public, yes, and try to convince for that particular topic. So means they are now what teaching to society, that untouchability and child marriages and such type of thinkings. Anyone who crosses the seas losses his religion. Religion is that we believe in any God, yes, and in that God whatever the actions, whatever the situation is, whatever the thing is attached with that we believe in that, okay. So means now they are treating telling to the public like untouchability, this type of thinking, and child marriages. So this such type of differentiating is now they telling to the society. Yes, so all the misery in the world is due to women. Now what they're saying means all the misery, what the thing is problematic, all the problems that is due in the world is due to women. Because of the women there are so many misery. The truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. Now the truth is what? The real thing is that Indians had lost self-respect. Now they lost that thing, self-respect. The British scorned them. Yes, now Britishers are hated with that Indians. The natives, now see this, in this picture we can see that two Britishers are there and it's an Indian person. Okay, we see that this person is telling to this one that the natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. Now see how that, what they are talking about. They are talking about that Indians are unworthy of trust. Means we are not put trust on that. Okay, and incapable of honesty. True, your honor, but I am honest. So this Indian person is there, what he say that true, your honor means what you are saying that is true, but I am honest. Okay, now being merchants, the British wanted quick profits. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their field. Abandon, that means to leave their field. Why they means they are forcing in that manner owner. They are not directly telling, but what they do, they apply the more and more tax rate high. So the thing is that means the farmer is now in that situation that they leave their that fields. Yes, but your men are taking all my crops. So in this situation, in this picture we can see that one of the farmer is talking with the Britisher, we can see. Okay, so farmer is what saying that your men are taking all my crop, means one of your men is taking my all the crop. So what he is replying, you are still in arrears means you are still in tax. You have to be paid, okay, that tax. If you don't pay next week, I will send you to jail. And if you are not paying the tax, then what I am going to do? I am sending to the jail. Then after, so still the British invented other matters which gave them more profit. So Britishers are means busy in that only, thinking that how they earn more and more profit. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. So now what they are thinking, that whatever the goods we manufactured in England should not have any. When we brought that goods to India, at that time we are not applying import duty. Okay. Then a good idea. Now what he say, that another one, so this we can see the pictures of the Britishers only. They are talking about each other and they are thinking, yes, so that person say, that another one is saying that a good idea. The East India Company's loss began to cripple Indian industries. Yes, now that the East India Company's law began to cripple Indian industry. Now it is a problematic and disabled, we can say, cripple, that means disabled Indian industry. So whatever they are thinking, their laws of East India Company's laws, that is becoming disabled to the Indian industry, making disabled. The British policies ruin the experts, artisans and their business. And the British policies means they are creating now new and new policies and laws. Okay, so that policies ruin means destroy. Destroy the expert artisans. Expert artisans means those experts who are good in fabric, who are good in paint, who are means having so many activity, so many talent they have. Yes, so now because of these policies as the Britishers are applying, yes, So because of that, what happened? Now that exports are destroyed and their business. So their business also now destroyed. Then after, see, Ram Mohan Roy. It is the time period given 1770 to 1833. Ram Mohan Roy. Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal. So this person belongs to Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country, and it's a learned man, so he is knowing that what is going to be wrong with the country. Let us not depict ourselves. Our Asian culture is Gurkhat and we are capable of greater achievements. We must first reform our society. Superstitions have been ruining us. Means what? Now Ram Mohan Rai, they know a whole situation that what the Britishers are doing in our country. So he is talking, the two persons is here talking with each other, and they mean saying that let us not despise ourselves. Our Asian culture is great, that our culture is great, yes, and we are capable of greater achievements, and we having that much talent in our country that we can achieve more and more things. So we must first reform our society. Whatever the society is divided into so many parts, we have to reform our society. We have to make our society first, and superstitions have been ruining us, and those superstitious, those who are ruining, trying to destroy our society. Okay, so firstly we have to, what we have to do? We have to reform our society. He told his wife Uma, so that Ram Mohan Rai told his wife Uma, cows are of different colors, yes, but the color of their milk is the same. So what he is saying, that cows are of different colors, but the milk we got from that cow, it is same only, white color. Okay, different teachers have different opinions, but the essence of every religion is the same. What he say, that we can just now in today's era, if we see in our country, we found so many religions, yes or no? Different religions, but the thing is the same only. So the simple thing he said to her wife, that cows are different, but the milk, that the thing, the opinion is same. So teachers are different, but what they are teaching, the thing is that fact is same, only the way is different. Okay, he was attracted by science and modern knowledge, and this person is a learned person, means we can say knowledgeable person. So he was attracted by science and modern knowledge. Knowledge should be practical and scientific. So what, according to him, that knowledge should be practical and scientific. He crossed the seas and went to England. Now he went to, this person, Ram Mohan Rai, went to England to see what made the British powerful. Means they go there to observe that situation, that what the thing is going to be make more powerful to Britishers. There he told them, and what they told them, see here all the Britishers are sitting in the pictures if you see, and this is the Ram Mohan Rai. Okay, he went to the England, that is the situation is there, and what he say, we accept you as a ruler, means we people are accepting, India is accepting that you people as a ruler, you ruled here, okay, ruled in our country, so we accepting that, and you must accept as us as subjects, then you people also have to must accept us as a subject, means as a person, subject, person. But you must remember the responsibility a ruler owes to his subject. But in that, if we people are ready to accept you as a ruler, then this is your duty that you have to be accept us as a person. Yes, and you must have to keep that thing in your mind, that what the ruler having the responsibility towards their subject. Okay. Then he started newspaper, but the suspicious British stopped them in 1823. So that Ram Mohan Rai started the newspapers also. Because of the newspaper, by reading the newspaper, we come to know that what thing is going to be in another part. Yes or no? Just now when we see the news on TV, at that time it is totally different era. So at that time TVs are not that easily available at each and every person. So at that time newspapers are also not get started, but he started that newspaper. So from the newspaper means we getting the information of about other areas, that what is going on. Yes. So now as he started that newspaper, so Britishers stopped that newspaper. Yes. Now operations 1765 1835. But the British continued to oppress Indians in 1818. They had passed regulation 3rd under it, and Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. But then also, as Ram Mohan Rai went to England, talked with them, and then also means they are same, what they are thinking, what they want to do, they continue with that thing only. Okay, so what Britishers do? Britishers continue to oppress Indians in 1880. They had passed regulation 3. Now they passed one more regulation 3. Okay, and under this regulation, now what thing come, what the law, or what we can say the new policy come, that an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. Means India, we can that give the jailed, apply that jailed without trial in a court. Okay, so directly that thing is applicable. All the time British officers in India drew big salaries and also made fortunes in private business. And at that time, this Britishers, when entered in India, the main aim is that only they are going to start up a business in India. Yes, and they want to means take each and every whatever the India having fortunes. The simple thing is that only. Okay, so at that time British officers in India drew big salaries, means they getting a big salaries, good salaries we can say, and also made fortunes money in private business, and by the private business they earning more and more profit in money. By 1829 Britain was exporting British goods worth 7 crore rupees to India. Now in 1829 what Britain do? Britain exporting British goods worth 7 crore rupees to India. So that much amount of good Britain exporting to India. Governor General Bantic reported back home, and now what Governor General Bantic reported back home, they reporting, give the information, the bones of cotton weavers are bleaching the plains of India. So cotton weavers, those who are related with the cotton fabric, that industries are bleaching the plains of India. The British prospered, or the companies loot, while Indian industries began to die. So now the British prospered, they having more and more good situation, and all the companies loot while Indian industries begin to die. So this situation affected totally Indian industries, and now Indian industries begin to die. Then after dissatisfaction, 1835-56. So in this, education in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. Okay, so now see here, they are talking that education in India was in Persian and in Sanskrit. That language is there for the education, for getting education. Okay, so in 1835, an Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. Okay, so in 1835, one Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. Now means one new idea comes in mind, and what he suggests? He suggests that we should teach the natives through the English language. I agree, and the another one is agree. Means now we are going to teach, now we give that study in which language? In English language rather than the Persian or the Sanskrit language. So another one is okay, I am ready. English education produced clerks to whom the British gave petty jobs under them. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectual. So now as education started in English language, okay, so now means people getting the jobs like jobs of clerks, and which is given under of the Britishers. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectual, and yes, as they getting the English language knowledge, so incidentally that thing is, if we thinking, it is useful also in that way that it is produced a new generation. Okay, we must educate our brothers. See, these are the Indians talking with each other that we must educate our brother. Education is most important, and try to improve their material conditions, and we have to try to improve their material conditions. For that, we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. Grievances means that whatever the things we having a problems, okay, so we have to be convey that things to the British Parliament. By 1856, the British had conquered the whole of India. Now, earlier when the chapter start, yes, at that time also we have seen a map. Okay, so in that we have seen the yellow part, that is the Indian princess, and this red is given, that is the British area. But now you see the situation. After this much years, the situation is now the most of the area is conquered, that is the won by Britishers. This is clearly we can see from the Indian map. Yes, that most of the area is covered by won by the Britishers. Okay, so student, in this period up to this much I stop here. Okay, now further we will continue in our next period. Okay, so just read it out, this chapter, whatever we completed just now. Now further we will continue in our next period. Thank you. Goodbye.